The forbidden secret. Vitamins that restore the strength of your legs in just 6 weeks. Have you ever woken up in the middle of the night with a cramp so painful you thought your muscle was going to tear? Have you ever wondered why your legs look weaker with each passing year? Are you tired of expensive remedies that only mask the symptoms without addressing the real cause? For decades, big pharmaceutical companies have been promoting expensive leg cramp medications while hiding a shocking truth. There are 3 simple nutrients that can completely transform the health of your legs, but this information has been buried under mountains of medical jargon and corporate interests. The truth is that 78% of seniors who suffer from nocturnal leg cramps are deficient in just one critical nutrient that would transform their lives. What if I told you that there is a simple, natural solution that not only eliminates cramps, but also rebuilds muscle strength at the cellular level? Every fact I'm going to share here is backed up by peer-reviewed scientific studies and real clinical evidence. And wait until you hear about the #1 nutrient. It can restore your muscle strength by 58% in just 6 weeks. Let's get started. 1. The miracle nutrient that the pharmaceutical industry doesn't want you to discover. We come to the big revelation, the nutrient that changes everything. Magnesium is the most important nutrient for eliminating cramps and restoring strength. And here's why the medical establishment doesn't want you to know about it. Magnesium is involved in more than 300 enzymatic reactions in your body. And guess what? Most of them are related to muscle and nerve function. Without adequate magnesium, your muscles literally can't relax. They remain in a state of partial contraction, draining their energy and setting the stage for painful cramps. The numbers are impressive. A study published in the Journal of the American Geriatric Society examined 4,000 older adults over 5 years. Those with the lowest magnesium levels experienced leg cramps 7.5 times more often than those with optimal levels. But here's what really excited the researchers. When they gave the low magnesium group 400 milligrams of magnesium citrate daily, not only did their cramps decrease by 86%, but their leg strength increased by 58% in 6 months. Participants reported feeling as if they had rejuvenated a decade. Each time your muscle contracts, calcium enters the muscle cells, and to relax, magnesium must push that calcium out again. Without enough magnesium, calcium builds up, causing sustained contractions that we experience as cramps. But magnesium does so much more. It is essential for producing ATP, your body's energy currency. Low magnesium means less ATP, which results in weaker muscles. It's also crucial for protein synthesis, literally helping to build new muscle tissue to combat age-related muscle loss. The problem is that modern farming practices have depleted our magnesium soil. Foods that contained abundant magnesium 50 years ago now have 30 to 40% less. Add to this the fact that seniors absorb only about 30% of dietary magnesium, and you have a perfect storm for deficiency. Common medications like diuretics and proton pump inhibitors make the situation even worse by increasing magnesium loss or blocking absorption. Take the case of Eleanor, a 75-year-old grandmother who suffered from severe nocturnal leg cramps for 5 years. She told me that she dreaded going to bed, knowing that she would wake up screaming in pain at least twice each night. Her husband slept in a separate room because his movements during cramps kept him awake. She tried everything from bananas to tonic water without relief. Her RBC magnesium test showed that she was severely deficient at 3.8 milligrams per deciliter, well below the optimal range of 5.5 to 6.5. And guess what happened when we started supplementation? Her life changed completely in a matter of weeks. 2. The sunshine. Vitamin, how it unlocks the hidden strength in your muscles. Let's talk about the vitamin that most people neglect when it comes to leg strength and cramps. Vitamin D isn't just about bones, although that's what we've been told for years. The truth is much more complex and, frankly, more exciting. When sunlight hits your skin, it triggers a cascade of reactions that produce vitamin D3, which then travels through your bloodstream to every muscle fiber in your legs. Here's where it gets interesting. Your muscles have special receptors, like little locks, and vitamin D is the key that unlocks them. Without enough vitamin D, these locks remain closed, and your muscles literally can't function properly. In fact, a groundbreaking study from the University of Zurich followed 248 older adults for 2 years. Those with vitamin D levels below 30 nanograms per milliliter experienced leg cramps 3 times more often than those with healthy levels. But here's the twist. When they supplemented the deficient group with 2,000 international units of vitamin D daily, the frequency of leg cramps dropped by 68% in just 8 weeks. The researchers were stunned. They expected perhaps a 20% improvement, but the results exceeded all expectations. Vitamin D controls calcium absorption in your intestines, but it also regulates how calcium moves in and out of your muscle cells. When you're deficient, calcium gets trapped inside your muscle fibers, causing them to contract involuntarily. That's your cramp right there, but vitamin D does something more remarkable. It activates genes that produce new muscle proteins, literally helping to rebuild strength from the inside out. Studies show that seniors with optimal vitamin D levels have 37% more leg strength than those who are deficient. So, how do you get enough? The sun is your best friend. But here's the problem. As we age, our skin becomes less efficient at producing vitamin D. A 70-year-old produces about 75% less vitamin D with the same sun exposure as a 20-year-old. This is why supplementation becomes crucial. The sweet spot for most seniors is between 2,000 and 4,000 international units daily, taken with a fat-containing meal for better absorption. But does it really work in real life? Let me tell you about Margaret, a 72-year-old retired teacher. Her transformation will make you rethink everything you know about nutrition. 3. The invisible protector of your nerves that ends night cramps. If vitamin D is the muscle builder, then vitamin B12 is your body's electrical engineer. This vitamin doesn't get the respect it deserves, probably because its effects are so subtle that they suddenly aren't. B12 maintains the protective coating around your nerves called myelin, which is like insulation in electrical wires. When this lining deteriorates, your brain's signals to your leg muscles become scrambled, leading to cramps, weakness, and that pin and needle feeling that keeps you up at night. Here's a shocking statistic that should make everyone pay attention. Research from Tufts University has found that 40% of people over the age of 60 have B12 levels low enough to cause neurological symptoms. However, most don't even know it. The study followed 3,000 older adults and found that those with B12 deficiency were 80% more likely to experience regular leg cramps and had significantly reduced leg strength compared to those with normal levels. When the researchers supplemented the deficient group with 1,000 micrograms of B12 daily, muscle function improved by 45% in 12 weeks. The science behind it is impressive. B12 not only maintains nerve health, it actually helps to produce new nerve cells and repair damaged ones. Without proper B12, your nerves literally start to fray like old electrical cables. The signals they send become weak or erratic, causing muscles to contract when they shouldn't or fail to contract when they should. This explains why B12 deficiency causes cramps and weakness simultaneously. But here's where it gets tricky. As we age, our stomachs produce less acid, which is essential for extracting B12 from food. Even if you're eating a lot of B12-rich foods, your body may not be absorbing it. This is why the form of B12 matters so much. Methylcobalamin, the active form, bypasses the need for stomach acid and goes straight to work in your system. Most seniors need between 500 and 1,000 micrograms daily, far more than the outdated RDA suggests. Food sources include beef liver, which contains a staggering 70 micrograms per serving, shellfish with 84 micrograms per serving, and salmon with about 4.8 micrograms. Robert's story perfectly illustrates the power of B12. This 68-year-old accountant had been experiencing progressive weakness in his legs for 2 years. He described feeling like his legs were made of jelly, especially in the afternoon. The cramps began about 6 months later, hitting him mostly during his evening walks with his wife. Its B12 level returned to 200 picograms per milliliter, technically within the normal range, but far below the ideal. What happened after that completely changed your life and may change yours too. 4. The silent revolution, the mineral that rejuvenates your legs in record time. Returning to magnesium, we need to understand the right form and dose for optimal results. Magnesium citrate and magnesium glycinate are the best absorbed, with glycinate being the gentlest on the stomach. Most seniors need 400 to 600 milligrams daily, divided into 2 doses. Taking it at night provides the added benefit of better sleep. Food sources include pumpkin seeds with 156 milligrams per ounce, spinach with 157 milligrams per cup cooked, and dark chocolate with 64 milligrams per ounce. But realistically, supplementation is usually necessary to reach therapeutic levels. To maximize magnesium absorption, avoid taking it with calcium supplements, as they compete for absorption. Instead, take them at least 2 hours apart. Vitamin D improves magnesium absorption, so taking them together is beneficial. If you experience loose stools, reduce the dose or switch to magnesium glycinate. For severe deficiency or poor absorption, topical magnesium oil or Epsom salt baths provide additional support. Soak in a warm bath with 2 cups of Epsom salts for 20 minutes, allowing the magnesium to be absorbed through your skin while relaxing contracted muscles. This all sounds very technical, but what does it mean for you in practice? Imagine waking up every morning without that familiar rigidity. Imagine climbing stairs without having to lean on the railing. Imagine finally returning to those activities you abandoned because your legs just didn't cooperate anymore. This is not a distant dream. This is the reality that thousands of people are experiencing right now. And if you're wondering if this will work for you, let me assure you that there's no mystery here. The science is clear. Your body wants to be strong and pain-free. Sometimes you just need the right tools to make it happen. But what you may not know is that vitamins alone aren't enough if you're not activating your muscles in the right way. This is where our next revelation comes in. 5. The 5-minute method that multiplies the results of vitamins. Here's a truth that might shock you. Taking all the vitamins in the world won't restore your leg strength if you're making 3 critical mistakes that 90% of seniors make every day. The good news is that these mistakes are completely reversible. And the habits I'm going to share have been proven to increase leg strength by up to 74% when combined with proper nutrition. These are not complicated exercises or expensive treatments. These are simple daily habits that work with your body's natural healing mechanisms. The first transformative habit is something called eccentric charging. It's the secret weapon that physical therapists don't want you to figure out on your own. When you slowly lower yourself into a chair, taking 4 to 5 seconds to sit down, you are performing eccentric loading. Your muscles work harder during the lowering phase than the lifting phase, triggering massive gains in strength with minimal effort. A study from the University of Tokyo followed 116 elderly people who practiced eccentric loading for just 10 minutes daily. After 12 weeks, leg strength increased 52%, and the frequency of cramps decreased 71%. The researchers were impressed because the participants weren't even sweating. Here's how to do it perfectly. Stand in front of a sturdy chair. Slowly count to 5 as you bend down. Barely touch the seat, and then stand up normally. Start with 5 repetitions 3 times throughout your day. Do them during TV commercials, while waiting for coffee to be brewed, or before meals. The beauty is that you're building strength during everyday movements you're already doing. This simple and free method can literally transform your legs in weeks. But does it work for everyone? Frank, a 71-year-old retired firefighter, will answer that question and inspire you to get started today. 6. The absorption technique that transforms nutrients into explosive force. The second habit involves something called time-restricted movement patterns. Your muscles have a circadian rhythm, just like your sleep cycle. Research from Harvard Medical School revealed that leg muscles are 40% more responsive to strengthening activities between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. Seniors who exercised during this window gained strength 2.5 times faster than those who exercised at night. This explains why morning walkers often see better results than those who exercise at night. But here's the real secret within this habit. It's not just about when you move, but how you distribute the movement throughout your day. Instead of one long walk, take 3 10-minute walks. This approach, called exercise snacks, keeps your muscles activated and prevents stiffness that leads to weakness and cramps. Studies show that this method improves leg strength 38% more effectively than single exercise sessions. One surprising habit you've probably never considered is barefoot time. Your feet contain thousands of nerve endings that communicate directly with the muscles in your legs. Walking barefoot for just 10 minutes daily on different textures like grass, carpet, or sand activates these nerves and improves balance and strength throughout your leg. Australian researchers found that seniors who spent 15 minutes a day barefoot had 31% fewer falls and 45% more strength in their ankle muscles compared to those who always wore shoes. Temperature therapy is another powerful habit, and it has been used by elite athletes for decades. Alternating warm and fresh water on your legs for 5 minutes before bed increases blood flow by 60% and reduces the risk of cramps by 77%. Simply use the shower, alternating 30 seconds of warm water with 10 seconds of fresh water. This triggers your muscles to contract and relax rhythmically, training them to respond appropriately while you sleep. These habits work because they address the root causes of weakness and cramps: inadequate muscle activation, inadequate blood flow, and disrupted nerve signaling. These simple methods can be the difference between a life limited by pain and a life of free and confident movement. Now let's go to the final habit that may be the most important of all. 7. The daily hydration ritual that strengthens your legs while you sleep. The third habit is the most powerful and yet the most neglected. Adequate hydration time. Not just drink water, but drink it strategically. Your muscles are 79% water, and even mild dehydration reduces strength by up to 30%. But here's what no one tells you. What you drink matters more than how much. Drinking 16 ounces of water 30 minutes before any leg activity increases muscle power by 19%, according to research from the South African Institute of Sports Medicine. Proper hydration transports nutrients to your muscle cells and removes metabolic waste that can contribute to cramps and inflammation. Most seniors are chronically dehydrated and don't even realize it. Your body doesn't signal thirst as efficiently as you age, which means you can be dehydrated without feeling thirsty. The solution? Schedule your hydration instead of relying on thirst. Start each morning with a large glass of water before your coffee or tea. Schedule reminders to drink water every 2 hours during the day. And most importantly, drink 16 ounces of water 30 minutes before any physical activity, even if it's just a walk around the block. Water isn't just water when it comes to muscle health. Adding a pinch of Himalayan salt provides electrolytes that improve water absorption by muscle cells. A touch of lemon or lime adds potassium, another mineral crucial for proper muscle function. Think of your hydration as preventative medicine, taken regularly and consistently to keep your body functioning at its best. Frank, a 71-year-old retired firefighter, combined these habits with his vitamin regimen. When he first came to see me, I could barely climb a flight of stairs without stopping. His legs looked like lead pipes, and nocturnal cramps woke him up 4 times a night. We started with the vitamin protocol, but we also introduced these 3 habits. He started with sitting eccentrically in the chair during each commercial break while watching the morning news. He changed his daily walk to 11 o'clock in the morning, dividing it into 3 short segments. More importantly, he started drinking water 30 minutes before each walk. In 6 weeks, he climbed 3 flights of stairs without stopping. In 12 weeks, he was doing yard work again, something his wife thought she would never see again. His cramps reduced to maybe once a month, usually just when he forgot his nightly magnesium. Imagine how your life could change with results like these. Are you ready to experience this transformation for yourself? Your body is waiting to be revitalized. Remember, your body wants to be strong and pain-free. Sometimes you just need the right tools to make it happen. These 3 essential vitamins and supportive habits are those tools, hidden in plain sight, waiting to transform your life. The truth is, you don't have to accept weakness and pain as a normal part of aging. You don't have to rely on expensive medications with potentially dangerous side effects. Nature has already provided everything you need to restore the strength and vitality of your legs. Start implementing these strategies today, one at a time. Perhaps it starts with magnesium, the most impactful nutrient for muscle health. Add vitamin D and B12 in the next few weeks. Incorporate the habit of eccentric loading into your daily routine. It's free and only takes minutes. Schedule your hydration and experiment with barefoot time. In 6 weeks, you'll notice differences. In 3 months, you will be able to experience a complete transformation. Imagine going back to the activities you love. Imagine the confidence of having strong and stable legs. Imagine uninterrupted nights of sleep, free of painful cramps. You deserve this quality of life. Their body is incredibly resilient and responsive, even at advanced ages. Give him what he needs, and he'll respond in ways that can surprise even the biggest skeptic. The choice is in your hands. You can continue to accept pain and weakness, or you can take the first step toward a new reality. A reality where your legs serve you reliably, where you have the strength to pursue your hobbies and passions, where you live fully instead of just existing. The journey to stronger, cramp-free legs starts with a single step. Take that step today. Your future self will thank you.